Hi, this is Nat Moes. I'm here with Sam Krohlow. We're watching round 2, game 1 of the second TokyoMTG Vintage Open. It was played on July 5th, 2014. The left hand of your screen is going to have a Grixis combo deck. Showing you your hand right now, and then on the right hand is a new slaver list played by Hiromichi Ito, the 2009 Vintage World Champion.
Mm-hmm. Who starts out with a Mock Sapphire and an Underground Sea.
Right. Yeah, the Vintage World Championships used to be played at Gen Con every year in Indianapolis in the United States, and now they are played in Philadelphia as part of an Eternal Weekend hosted by Top Deck Games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, on the left, it's sort of a Jataxian long combo deck with Tendrils of Agony as your main win condition.
Right.
Looks like we have Jataxian Probe here, seeing what the Slaver player has in hand.
Yeah, so he's got... interestingly, if the combo player tries to go off here, the Slaver list would have Vampiric Tutor into Brainstorm for Force of Will if he needed it.
Yep.
It sort of depends on how aggressively he needs to be able to counter something. Not sure that it's going to be relevant here. It looks like the combo player is just going to play some mana maybe and pass the turn.
Mm-hmm. He's counting a little bit though.
Yeah, he's thinking about it.
He passes.
End of turn, Slaver is going to Brainstorm and see what new options that gives him.
Alright, I'm seeing... Okay, we know he has Vampiric Tutor, Intuition, Goblin Welder. I think he just put back a Baleful Strix and another card. I'm not sure what.
I think he obviously just drew that Welder if he got it. Yeah, he's going to play it here. He drew the Goblin Welder, otherwise the opponent would have seen it on the Gataxian Probe.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Welder's going to be pretty good here as long as he has Intuition in hand.
Yeah. Well, Intuition and Goblin Welder are awesome.
Right.
But it gets Chain of Vapor in that situation.
Yeah, Chain of Vapor is an interesting card in Storm combo. It's very good because you can bounce your own Moxes to replay them both for mana and Storm.
Yeah, you can just target all your free artifacts and sacrifice your lands to just make a lot of Storm, really.
Right, yeah. And it's sort of interesting here that the combo player uses it just to bounce Welder as a Time Walk, basically.
Mm-hmm. More of a defensive play rather than aggressive.
But he's gonna play Imperial Seal here. Looks like he knew exactly what he was getting. He went and got Mind's Desire. So that's going to go on top of his library. We'll see if he draws it here. But
for those of you that don't know Mind's Desire, it's a sorcery that costs 2 blue and 4 mana, so 6 total. And it has Storm. And basically, for every Storm copy, you reveal a card from the top of your library, and you're allowed to play it for free until the end of turn.
Right.
Very powerful card.
Yeah.
It was restricted before it was even legal in Vintage.
Right, yeah. And end of turn, or end of his opponent's turn, rather, the Slaver player is going to play Vampiric Tutor. We didn't see what he got.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Maybe he got some protection.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, he got Force of Will. That seems pretty good against combo.
That seems like a great card to get.
It's interesting, though, that he'll have to sort of preemptively use that Force of Will against Mind's Desire, because that's you can't Force of Will a Storm.
Yeah,
I mean, you
because
can counter,
there are so many copies.
Right, you can counter one copy, but you have to
Force of Will the card that gets him to that much mana.
Right, absolutely. So interesting sequence there. But he's going to replay the Welder. His opponent draws a card and passes back. He's obviously still waiting for mana for Mind's Desire, probably.
Yep. Welder is online.
Yeah, so Welder's online.
Is now dangerous. Especially with that Intuition that he has in hand.
Yeah, right. The Intuition can go get any 3 cards out of his library. 2 of them will go to the graveyard and 1 will stay in his hand.
Yep,
so
up to his opponent's choice.
He can Intuition for some powerful cards, leaving 1 in his hand, and use the Welder to weld back in either of the other 2. So pretty good for right now.
Pretty sure he's just going to get 3 big artifacts.
Yeah, right. So his opponent is still counting mana. It looks like he's going to try here. He's got Mana Vault. Still would need one more blue mana.
There we go. Tolarian
go.
Academy will do that.
Right, now he's trying to build Storm for the Mind's Desire.
So does he only have one so far?
Yeah, he's only got the one Storm. He only played the Vault.
And he's
5
mana floating.
Hiromichi here giving him some dice to keep track of his Storm and mana.
Okay, he attempts to rebuild himself, which would return, or all players. Rebuild returns all artifacts to their owner's hands.
Right, and that gets countered, that gets mana drained.
Yep,
So
Rebuild's a great Storm generator as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's sometimes a little expensive against workshop decks where it's most potent.
You start with 3 mana and then end up having to pay more for sphere effects.
But I think it's still great at building mana and Storm.
It also has a cycling ability too if you want to just draw another card from it. Alright, here we go, Intuition.
So Slaver's,
at the end of his opponent's
Slaver
turn.
got the 3 mana off of the rebuild getting countered, and
is he doing this on his main phase?
Yeah, this is main phase. He's playing Intuition. He's got 1 colorless mana floating, and we'll see what he's going to Intuition for. I'm sure that Slaver deck has some powerful options.
Oh, yeah, of course.
He's got his 3 cards pulled out there. So we have Staff of Nin, Mind Slaver, and
Mirror Battlesphere.
Mirror Battlesphere. So he's got a couple of big aggressive options. Mind Slaver is obviously going to be very potent against combo if you can waste some of their resources, and then Staff of Nin will give you more resources of your own. You're going to draw cards, and
drawing an extra card every turn is
as
very
well
good
as dealing a
vintage.
damage. So the combo player actually chooses which cards go to the graveyard. So he chose the Staff of Nin and the Mirror Battlesphere, those being the least threatening to him. So,
yeah, with him being, or his opponent's able to activate Mind Slaver this turn if he puts it in the graveyard, so he cannot do that.
Right.
Is he just passing the turn back here? Okay, and he's activating Goblin Welder end of turn.
So we have. So Combo has drawn his card, taken a damage from Mana Vault, passed back, and end of turn. Slaver is going to weld in the Mirror Battlesphere, which is a 4/7 creature that comes with 4 1/1 mirror tokens. So that's actually a pretty good-sized threat right now.
Yep.
And we're getting in there.
And now he has plenty of targets to weld out with Goblin Welder.
Right, absolutely. And actually, the ability on Battlesphere actually suggests that you can also deal. You'll get +1,
+0.
Yeah, +0 for each mirror that attacks, or each mirror that you tap with it, and they also deal an additional damage. So he's actually dealt 12 damage there right now. So pretty good. So Combo is going to end of turn Thirst for Knowledge.
I like Thirst for Knowledge a lot.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. And I think it actually works here as it's a pretty good base spell if Slaver still has that Force of Will in hand.
I feel like I haven't seen Thirst for Knowledge in combo decks like this very much.
Yeah, it's a little bit resource heavy. Like you don't really want to have it mid combo because it costs 3.
Yeah, it's more of a setup card end of turn.
Yeah,
sort of
like
thing.
this is a perfect opportunity to use it where you can play it end of turn, might draw a counter, which is great. You certainly wouldn't mind it anyway. And if it doesn't, hey, you get to draw 3 cards and probably dump an artifact.
Drawing 3 cards is always good.
All right, so he's got Duress here. So Slaver's going to have to decide whether he wants to reveal his hand or use that Force of Will.
Yeah. Oh, he's really thinking about it.
Yeah,
Here we go.
So he's got Hardcast Force of Will right now.
It always feels really good to hardcast Force of Will.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now we have to 3 Storm. Did he just play that Mox?
Yeah, he just played Mox.
Okay. 3 Storm. Let's see if something happens. We know he has Mind's Desire.
Yeah, Mind's Desire is going to be very big here if he
3
can
blue.
actually get this to work.
4.
Dark Ritual.
Okay.
So we're up
Going
to
to 6 mana.
6 mana and 4 Storm, and there's the Mind's Desire.
Yep.
So, that's
So
gonna be
5 copies?
5 copies.
All right. Shuffles and
So a lot of times people will shortcut the Mind's Desire ability itself. So you just shuffle and then reveal from the top of your library.
As written, you're supposed to shuffle between each reveal, but
right.
yeah.
sometimes that takes a while. So the first card he reveals is Necropotence. Maybe not what you want right here, but certainly a powerful card.
In this situation, not so great, but very powerful.
But he's got Mox Opal, Tinker, Force of Will, which will be free without discarding a card.
He can now cast Force of Will at any time this turn for free.
Right, and then he's got Volcanic Island.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Tinker here is the biggest threat.
Definitely.
Normally in Storm, you're going to either get Memory Jar to draw more cards, or Black Lotus to make a bunch of mana. Mm-hmm. So he's actually going to go for that here right now, and he sacrifices the.
Is it Mox Opal?
He sacrifices the Mana Vault, which is already tapped.
That's what it was. Yep.
He wasn't getting any mana out of anyway.
Yeah, that seems smart.
So we'll see what he goes to get here.
Sometimes Storm players will play Blightsteel Colossus or another large artifact creature for Tinker as well, but
yeah, I feel like the artifact Tinker plan is usually a sideboard move. I mean, it does happen main deck, and obviously you can choose to do it. It's very good.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of times it's going to be sideboard where you know that people are going to be bringing in hate, so you just need to resolve the one spell.
Yeah, you
have it be Tinker and go get Blightsteel Colossus to win. Anyway, here he gets the Black Lotus. And he's going to
make it 3 mana here.
Tap out here, and he's going to play Yawgmoth's Will. So
that's pretty good.
if Slaver's out of counters here, I think this is probably going to be game.
And he's breaking the Lotus in response to the Yawgmoth's Will, which is. I was at first worried that he wasn't going to use the Lotus, so he wouldn't be able to cast it again with Yawgmoth's Will.
Yeah, you definitely want to use Lotus before Yawgmoth's Will resolve so that you can use it twice.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know, Yawgmoth's Will basically lets your graveyard be your hand, and you can cast things from your graveyard.
Right. So he's got a well-stacked graveyard. He's got the Lotus that he just sacked in response. He's got the Mana Vault.
So he has 3 mana floating from the Lotus.
Yeah, and he's got Mind's Desire.
Yeah, he still has Mind's Desire in his graveyard. Oh boy.
So he's gonna build up a bunch of mana in Storm here, and probably just play Mind's Desire again, because I don't know that he's got.
Yeah, with a Duress, and then he still has that Force of Will he can cast for free.
Yeah,
I think he's going to be okay. His opponent only has a Phyrexian Metamorph in hand.
That does nothing. Phyrexian Metamorph in Slaver's hand does nothing. So. So Combo here is going to be looking through his graveyard, deciding what he wants to play. Mm-hmm. How much?
Oh, he has the rebuild too, so he can make a lot of Storm.
Yes, very good. He can pretty much do whatever he wants. He'll be able to build up enough Storm that he can essentially play most of his deck for free off the Mind's Desire, as long as that resolves, which I assume it will, because his opponent only has the Metamorph.
Yeah. If it weren't for Black Lotus, he'd probably be pretty constricted on blue mana with rebuild and Mind's Desire, but not a problem with Lotus.
Yeah, he's.
That card's pretty good.
This is going to be a fun turn for Combo.
Yeah. This is why you play Combo.
So, Slaver here is going to weld out the Mirror Battlesphere in favor of his.
Staff of Nin. Just to deal 1 damage.
Yeah, he's going to deal a damage here just in case. But I don't
Since
know.
all the artifacts are being bounced anyway, he might as well.
Don't know that that's going to matter.
No, I don't think so.
Actually, the interesting thing is that it does put the Mirror Battlesphere back in the graveyard. In case this turn doesn't work out, he can weld the Battlesphere back into play.
There are definitely situations where you reveal a lot of cards with Mind's Desire and still can't win.
Yeah.
They're very rare, but sometimes they happen.
Yeah, normally you'll find something, because you do get to play all your draw spells for free and all your mana for free. So.
Yep, exactly. There's plenty of tutors in the deck.
Right. Oh, see, here we are going to do the... Oh, no, I thought we were going to do the individual reveals. But...
I have no idea how many cards he's actually...
Yeah, we were not
counting
Tutor
Storm, right there allows him to win the game.
So Slaver's going to concede right there to the Demonic Tutor in the Mind's Desire pile.